Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another episode. Last episode you would have seen me on the Chevy. Still sitting there, haven't touched it. It's only been a day. Had some pretty tremendous rain today. 100 mil or so. Meant to get 400 in the next few days. Today we're going back onto this. Now, when you last seen us, we did the wiring, windscreen, trimmed the cab, dropped it down, and I don't know, that was about it. We just lifted it back up to start boxing in the front chassis. Now, I did that last night. I put it on time lapse. I couldn't kick in because I was under the pump to get it done before 7 o'clock. Can't make noise after 7, see? So, we got that done. I can't really show you. You can sort of see it in there. Anyway, we haven't totally finished it. We just sort of got it in. We'll show you that once the body comes back up again. And, well, I've started doing this. I don't know how happy I am with it. Don't know what I want to do. Got a piece to put in there. Don't know if I like it. Or do we cut it? And then put one of those truck wheel tassely tyre cleaners in there, or do we box it all in, i.e. keep this piece and box over the top of this straight down there, and over here it would have to go over the top of the bolt. We'll have to put a little plate in there, whatever, it'll tie it in. Down in here, little plate in here, so it'll be, and over the top of that. And we'd probably have to have 2 circle holes to access these bolts, and then all of this would be accessed from in there, and this would be cut out and then the piece welded from there out. So that's an option. I don't know if that's the option I want to take. A lot of work, and I haven't got enough of this, so I'd have to use something not as crusty. So not quite sure what to do there, guys. Really not. We'll keep playing. Got some other things we're going to have a look at. I don't know if they're going to work either. Some other little ideas I had for the back, but we'll see how we go. So at the moment, I'm going to put you on time lapse. I'm going to try to work out what the bloody hell to do with this stuff, and I'll come back when we have an idea of what we're doing.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
Cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. That's how you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn
guys, we're back. Alright guys, we're back. So, we've seen on time lapse, got a little bit done. This is what I've come up with. So, we just put that little tiny piece in on both sides. We actually cut this side a little bit bigger to match this side. We've put the little plastic, that little rubber seal, I don't know, just thought it looked alright. It's come off a Suzuki Swift, got heaps of them. I thought that looks pretty cool. So now I think what we'll do is we'll get a bit of that, and you see on the semis, front wheels, you know, you see that little fringe. So we'll bolt a bit of that fringe on, under there, maybe even down here like a little, so it'd be like a little dust, dirt, splash guard. We also made a little bracket here. Cut that out of a, I don't know what that was, Swift seat, rear seat bracket I think. That's what I'm talking about, that's what it's about. I ain't going and buying metal and fritzing around, so we're just cutting up stuff we got. So that's for, you know, free. Boom. So that's to hold the radiator. So we've got this happening. Looks okay now, I think. I've left this just tacked. I've done that for a deliberate reason. I want this to rat out, rust up, and look like an old repair. So I don't want it all nice and welded. I just want it all just tacked, like tacked in pieces, like it was done 50 years ago as a quick repair. So there's the other side, the same thing. We've got the two rubbers on it. Now some other stuff I worked out today is, now this has got a little bit of a flat spot in it. Well, you're seeing that? A little bit. Not too bad though. A little one here, but that, I've got no water in there. Just done a little temporary one. It's off of the Suzuki Swift. Ha ha ha. Check that out. Stupidest hose in the world. We actually had one. And then this one here we've got running too. Now of course we haven't flushed the radiator or any of that or checked it. We just were stuffing about, threw a couple of hoses on. How good's that? There's something else crossed off the list. We're going to check, see if we can put some brake lines off the Swifts as well. Now, here's something. What do we think of this? Imagine that guard properly. And that stainless steel tank either side. What is it sort of starting to resemble? That's right. It's starting to look like a truck, but a baby one. Maybe we'll continue that theme. Who knows? Anyway, it's getting dark, so I can't make much more noise on the grinder, but I can still potter around in here. I normally work in here till about 9 o'clock at night. So I'll quickly cut the other guard I've got. The last thing I can do with the grinder. Then we will play around and do some more and see what we end up with. Alright guys, we're back. We're going to have time to quickly cut these pipes, eh? So it's like 6:30. It's looking for somewhere to put you where you can see good. I'm sticking the toolbox here. Hopefully we don't have to get in there, eh? So what we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly cut these. Now, when this squashes in, this is what's going to do it, see? So instead of that mounting there, we will squash that in and mount it there, and it will squash the whole bottom, so that will look nice. Now, if we're going to lower the car 2 inches, we need to have a minimum, this has to be a minimum 2 inches higher than where we kind of want it on the tyre, because this guard will be mounted to the chassis. So if we're lowering the chassis, we have to allow what we're about to lower it, which is 2 inches, at the minimum under here. Also the suspension travel. So under here we have to actually pack this up before we mount it. But what we're going to do now is, quickly before it gets dark and we've got to stop rabbiting on, we might get it done in time, is we're just going to measure out here. So it's 10 inches to the edge of the snail. We'll be putting another snail on the inside here, but that's later on. For now, we're just going to get this cut done before it gets too dark, too late, sorry. So it's 10 inches to the edge of the snail. I'm just working in inches, like, you can work in millimetres, like, I do whatever, you know. So if you want to work, that's like 250 mil, yeah? And we want to add an extra 25 mil or 1 inch, I'd say. So we would say we'll have the edge of this sticking out an inch. I reckon that will look cool. I think may have them a bit further, but we'll do it an inch. We'll do the same at the other end. The other end up here, I think is it's 9.5 to the edge of the snail on here for some reason. We'll just cut them both at 11. I'll quickly check the other side. Bear with me 2 seconds. Just quickly check over here to make sure they're going to be the same. And yeah. 11 inches will be happy, or 275 millimetres. For, you know, I was actually a metric person, but sometimes it's just easier measuring in inches. So we'll mark that at 11 inches, we said, yeah, and we'll go to 22. We just pull off before the corner, so that works like a treat on this one. Now, bear with me for 2 seconds. This is a pretty poxy little tape measure, but this is actually a stagger tape measure for racing, to measure the circumference of the tyres. That's a whole different story. Oh, there's a bit of noise for you guys. So down in here, I'll pull out some of my old pipe welding tools. This one here was one I used to use for small pipes. Now, can you see that there? Yeah, just. Right, so what we do, we've got our mark on the pipe here. Some of you would have done this, some of you wouldn't. So you actually buy these, I've got them in the drawer there, called pipe wraps. So you wrap this around basically, and when you go around a couple of times, it sort of has to follow itself nice and straightly. So basically, you can see that now. We can then mark around there. And that will be so close to being square, it is not funny. And trust me on this, this is what I used to be. I used to be a pipe welder, so this is what I used to do, was weld pipe. And make pipe and cut pipe and what have you. So, if you do this correctly, you will nearly have this thing perfectly square. Okay? But it's good enough to give you a cut. Now, when you get good on the grinder, you'll probably be able to just lop that. Some of you will just lop that straight through. Some of you will put it on a drop saw, whatever. Drop saws don't cut square. Okay, what you say? So, that's how we do it here. That's how professional pipe fitters do it, with proper pipe wraps. Now this is the proper one. So I'll show you that quickly. I'll cut this one, I'll measure the other one, we'll cut that, we'll have our pieces ready, and we will then be able to play with this tonight when we have to be quiet. That's the plan. Alright guys, I'll see you in a bit. We're back guys. Well, you would have seen that on time lapse. You can see, pitch black, it's like 9 o'clock at night. So, don't know, look over my shoulder, you can see. Alright, what do you reckon? Admittedly, remember the chassis is coming down 2 inches, guys, so I don't know. And that beer keg has to come down. Oh, way down in the chassis. It's got to be cut. What do we think of those guards? I don't know. Looks okay. I think it looks okay. So in here we'll be boxed, so we won't see any of that because we'll have a tray thing happening. Looks pretty cool from the back. That looks pretty cool, I think. I don't know. I don't know, they're big. They're fucking big. They're bloody big. Oh, that looks alright, I think. I don't know. Now, you know, that was flaring out a bit. Well, they flare out a bit too, see? That's why I left that flaring out a little bit at the back. Trying to match them. Now, remembering, we're going lower. And so I've got, I don't know, 3.5 inches. We're dropping at 2 inches. It's only going to give me an inch and maybe, not, won't even give me 2 inches. 1.5, 2 inches clearance in here for suspension. Could have something. I don't know. Gonna have to do, I think. Not sure. Remember, this is budget build. Okay? So I don't want anyone getting carried away about anything I'm doing. Oh, you should have done this. Oh, you should have gone and bought this. Oh, you should have bought that. Well, this is a $5 grand or this is going to be under $5 grand, I'm telling you. It's going to be way under. That's what this is about. Building a car on a budget. You know, when we pull one of the others in, then we'll bling stuff. You know, they're our bling builds. This is just a budget, $5 grand, rat rod, throw it together, let's get it on the road. Looking tough as. So, I'm not convinced, but at the moment, that's what we're going to run with. I think that back arm has to be tweaked a bit. I think that's a bit on the... I'll have another look at that with the level. But, that's where we're at. 9 o'clock, going inside to get a drink. Soft drink, that is. Might come and do a bit more tonight, I think. See how I go. Alright guys, if I do some more, I'll put you on time lapse. Decided to bring these out, so I'm just putting a tack on them quickly. Just eyeballing them up at the moment. This one's tacked, got to make sure that one's going to be the same. We'll roll these out, we're going to patch them, we'll cut a piece at angle later, stick it in here, weld it. The mount, and then what I'm going to do, well, there'll be a little secret later on, I've got something else I'm going to do later that I've come up with, that you're not finding out, you have to wait for that. Now, we'll get under the pump. I've got to go in town and buy one. So I'm just going to quickly pack this in. We'll make a bracket and I'll get back. Now, and we're back. So we've just been to the big smoke. And, oh yeah. Do fucking wear some decent clothes occasionally. Go off alright, eh? Anyway, we just went and bought some Permaseal for the motor. In the 32, those two. That's a different video. And we've got some window sealant for the back window, so we'll do that in a minute. And we got this. This is also for the motor. Never used one like this. They call it a dunny brush. This is the hone it. Never used one like that. Apparently, they're meant to be the go. So anyway, we'll go in. We'll get changed. Grab ourselves a coffee. And head down the shed and start working. Alrighty then. What we're going to do, we'll do these things, these kegs, just fakies. That one there's a little, I've got to break that tack. Over there. It's got to just come up just a touch. Not happy with the level of that one. But anyway, that's easily done. What we've got here is I've just got a bit of angle. Now I'm going to just cut. We'll get the cameraman. We're just going to cut a little piece. Like, we'll work it out. Couple inches, so you know, between 20 and 50 logs. I think we might put one here, maybe down in that little gap. We might put one there. I think that's a nice spot. We'll see how we go. I think here we'll encroach on this. I think we'll stick one in there. So as in, it's hard to get it in there until I cut it. But this end, I'll show you a bit up here. So I'm thinking we'll cut a little piece of that. Get your big buff head out the way. Around there, cut it there. just weld it there, we can weld it here, we can weld it everywhere. And when that's all fully welded in, and one on this side, that tank ain't going nowhere. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'll cut a couple of these down quickly. We'll go time lapse. I'll cut these. We'll come back on and we'll weld. We'll come back in later on and we'll weld one out. Alright, with that welder that is driving me insane. I don't know. It's the only welder I can't tune it. I just cannot. I was running it super hot. I've got the wire feed at nothing, and it's still, it's absolutely horrible. So I don't know what. So I've replaced everything on it. I'm not even going to show the brand of it, but it's my own fault buying a freaking second-hand welder off this bloke. I knew it was going to be dodgy. I knew it because I bought off of him before. Anyway, we need to go get another one, really, before I weld out that 32, because these welds aren't breaking, but they ain't pretty. Now, I don't know, I might even TIG weld the 32, I reckon, because I want that smick. So, I might TIG weld that, I don't know. Anyway, let's crack on with this. We'll be back. I reckon we might end that there. reckon it's getting too long. So, what did we achieve? We got the yards mounted. There's me water. Oh, getting old, tell you. So I don't know what we reckon about them. I don't know. Well, that's going to have to do for now until I find something or work something out or make, I don't know. It's okay. Don't know, I'm not convinced. We'll have to get it outside and get a proper look. There are gas tanks. Fake gas tanks. So obviously they're mounted now. Swing your cat off them, I'll tell you. They stick out now. So obviously we've got to do something there, because even though it's little, it's still it might be getting better, I suppose. Oh, I don't think you can open that when you've still got your strap on it, idiot. The seat's still quite high, I think. So I'm thinking maybe we have a little step. And we also got to build something for that. And we've got a plan here. We've got a plan. And I've pretty much got a plan for the step too, I think. Now, I've probably shouldn't have told you about the step, but there's something you're going to have to look out for. And the other thing is, what are we going to do back here? Got a couple of ideas. We're going to have to wait. See what we come up with. What else did we achieve? Oh, we did all this in the front too, didn't we? So I don't know. We still need to go get one of those little fringy things. We've got something achieved. We're moving along pretty good, I think. We've got to get this fired up soon too. So here's the on the front. What do we reckon? What do we reckon about all that? I don't know. I don't know if you can see in there, Pop. Not ideal, the guards, but whatever. That's what we're running with. Remember, budget build. So, for those of you who have stuck around to the end of this one, I suppose what we should do, seeing I'm saying I'm going to knock this off for under $5,000, right? So, what do you reckon? Let's tell you where we're at. The cab, I paid $500 for, and that's it. We'll say $200 in petrol, pick up the cab and the chassis. Alright? Well, that's what we'll say. That allows everything. That probably would have bought us lunch too that day. So anyway, the chassis, whole rolling chassis, with the motor, everything, that was $1,000. Alright, so I'll put it on the side of you. Cha-ching! That's 500, 200 fuel to get us there. $1,000 for the chassis. That's 1,700. The keg. It's been sitting under my house since I owned the pub. Some of you wouldn't know about that. Something I don't really like remembering. So I was just going to make something else. So that's free. Freebie, definitely, 100%. The other one, well, we got that yesterday for Scrappy. So that was free. Truck guards. We got them off the Scrappy too. So they were free. Still at 1,700. But, worst case, you can buy these on Marketplace for about $20, $40. And these, you shop around, you'll get them for about $10 each. So, what's that? You know? But we got that all for free. Now the wheels are off of one of my Beamers when I replaced them. Put big ones on. So they're free. So we're still at 1,700. Worst case for you guys, you had to go buy them. I reckon you'd get them for $100 a wheel with good tyres on Marketplace. So for me, the total is still 1,700. But so it was for you, that's if you had a car trailer and all, you know, the means to go and get it and do it and whatever, we'll say 400 for the wheels, and we'll say $100 for that. So we'll say an extra 500. So you guys, you would be at 2200, but I'm still at 1700. Now today I bought some windscreen sealant. To do this one, that was $20. So I'm at 1720. We did this one in the front. Man, I think I paid $3 or something for that whole box. So, you know, we'll put $3 down for that. So there you go. I'm at the moment, $1,723. That's where I'm at. Now the tray, well, we'll look at the tray when we get to that. Alright, see, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to be way under, I think. Oh yeah, I bought something else for 75 as well. So we'll say I'm at 1800. I'm looking pretty good for $1,800. Huh? Hey? Come on now. That thing's badass. Alright, so I'm going to stop rambling. We'll get out of here. But don't you guys have to do me one thing. You need to subscribe to the channel. It'd be good too if you could maybe like and put a comment down, whatever. If you don't like what I'm doing, tell me. I don't care. I've got big shoulders, mate. But I help the channel grow. If we help the channel grow, we can build more crazy shit. Don't worry about that. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thanks for watching. Hey, and don't forget, like, comment and share.